What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another realistic rebuild, and today we have the Sacramento Kings, who may be the most lost team in the NBA. Of course, the Light the Beam season was special, and they got eliminated in the first round, and they ended their playoff drought, but it just, for the most part, we all know what the Kings are, and they just continue to kind of avoid rebuilding and try to stay afloat, and it just really doesn't lead to anything. So let's go ahead and jump in and do a Sacramento Kings realistic rebuild in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you are new around here, want to help us out, that would be awesome. Like I said, this could be one of the toughest realistic rebuilds we have on our table. This Kings team is just, like I said, kind of stuck in a really bad spot right now. The biggest move they made this offseason, of course, was acquiring Dennis Schroeder. And then apparently there's been rumors that they've been trying to get rid of Malik Monk to bring in Russell Westbrook, which, I love Russell Westbrook, but I don't really think that's going to solve anything. So it's no disrespect to Westbrook, but I think he'd be a terrible fit on this team. You'd have DeMar DeRozan, Russ, and Sabonis out there as non-floor spacers. I know Sabonis and DeMar are capable, and Russ at times as well. Kind of showed something in Denver there, but it would just be a bad idea, and I would hate to see Russ waste his time on this Kings team. But that's enough dissing them, man. We're going to try to make sure we dig this team out of where they're at right now. So for season number 1, of course, we're just going to simulate as it is currently. This could be a team that is a play-in squad, but for the most part, I do want to move, into a rebuild direction as fast as possible. Like, Sabonis is going to be our biggest asset, so I'm looking to move him in this video at some point and get quite a bit for him. And then I'm expecting not get a lot for DeMar DeRozan. Probably won't get a lot for Levine. He wasn't very valuable anyway when the Bulls were trying to trade him. So yeah, a lot to do on this team. They did add like Clifford in the first round, which was nice. But let's go ahead. Without further ado, enough yapping from me. Let's simulate year 1. And if I stop at the deadline, of course, I will show you. I'm curious to see how this Kings team is going to do. According to the 2K sim, we already have an injury, but keep going. So we are indeed at the trade deadline, and I told you guys I wanted to move into a rebuild as fast as possible. Here's the first step. So this team is the 13th seed in the West currently, so that's why we're, kind of moving Malik Monk out of here. He's having himself a good season. We have to take on Kuzma's contract, but the main reason why I like this trade is, of course, we're getting a first-round pick unprotected from New Orleans in 2030. Don't know how good it will be, but still, it's a first-round unprotected regardless. Get Kuzma's contract. He should make us worse as well, so he will also embrace the tank for us. But yeah, I'm expecting a good pick hopefully in 2030 for that. So that's going to be our first step. So Kuzma just adds to the more just bad direction of this team, but we kind of have a goal with that trade. So that is done, and I think I'll wait for other moves in the future in the offseason, but I want to move Malik Monk out of here for a first-round pick, and we've absolutely done that to start things off. So at the end of year 1, Jokic wins MVP, Demons a Rookie of the Year, Kuminga wins 6th Man in Golden State, Giannis is your depoy, Nemius is your most improved, Shay's your clutch player, and Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year, and executive goes to Alexander Panel. So the Warriors are pretty good. Anthony Edwards wins Cup MVP. Here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So I was wondering if we get some bonus on here, but we do not. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. And here is our rookie teams. Our rookie probably didn't play too much this season, but we're not in the playoffs, which I think is good. I'm pretty sure we have our first round pick. If we don't, then I feel really stupid, but I'm pretty sure we have it. So Sabonis, 17 and 12. Zach LaVine with 20, 17 from DeMar DeRozan, 16 from Kuzma, 12 from Schroeder, and 12 from Keegan Murray, and 9 from Terrence Davis. So let's go ahead, some of these playoffs, and let's go see who is going to win that championship in year 1. Milwaukee gets to the second round, but they end up losing. It's Thunder and Magic. I've never seen the Magic make it this far, so that's kind of interesting. And they lose to the Thunder in 6, so the Thunder are your back-to-back champions. So here's your retirements. LeBron James is not calling it just yet. Maybe we can bring the king to the Kings. Just kidding, we're not doing that. But let's go to the draft lottery. We were a bad team, as I mentioned, so we ended up as the 13th seed at 33 and 49. This is where I preferred to be, as long as we have our first, which, like I said, I'm pretty confident we do. So yeah, 8th best odds. It's not perfect, but getting a lottery pick here is going to be a very good start to getting this team towards a rebuild process. So let's go ahead and see if we get lucky at all. I'd like to stay in the top 8, but if we can jump into that top 4 and avoid going down, that'd be perfect. And what do you know? We get the #1 overall pick. What a great start to this video. definitely needed that. I'm very happy to have gotten that. And one thing I would love to do even more is I'd like to see if I can get a late lottery pick for Sabonis. That's what I would love to do and just get this off to a good start. So I think Sabonis could land you a lottery pick. You know, when it comes to Sabonis trade, I do expect him to go for a decent amount, but he doesn't quite fit in that superstar trade thing where I like try to build the trade. Because in superstar trades in 2K, if you watch my videos, I sometimes override them because it's really hard to get equal value to what it is in real life. But Sabonis, I don't think qualifies for that. So I'm just going to try to build my own trade using 2K's trade logic and hope we can find something. But that is my hope and goal. I'm going to try to trade Sabonis before the draft and get a lottery pick for him. If we can, we'll see if it works. We're going to have to target. I mean, there is a couple teams I kind of saw towards the end that I think could maybe use a Sabonis. Like maybe the Lakers, you know, maybe they want to pair Luka and Sabonis. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking, but we'll go see if we can find somebody. Maybe he wants to go back to the Pacers. We'll see. So my dream scenario here is to send Domantas Sabonis to Memphis. We would be getting the 8th overall pick, which I think would be pretty damn good. We could walk away with Peterson and then whoever we get at pick 8, which I think we can get somebody pretty solid there. So I'm asking for KCP, Aldama, and the 8th pick. I mean, I could ask for more, but I would be content with just getting the 8th pick from them. So let's see what they say to this. They want our unprotected next year. That's probably not in our best interest if we're going to be rebuilding. So let's see if they would just do it for the 8th pick then. Again, they want our pick lottery protected, which I guess, so it'd just be a lottery protected pick next year. At that point, we'd have 2020, these 2 rookies in this draft. I would really hate to attach a pick when I'm trading Sabonis, but that's just the reality of, like I said, trading away a player that should get some good value for you. You just really can't make it work in 2K. It's kind of tough. So let's see if we attach these seconds. Now they're wanting, like, they're just asking for unprotected first, man. It's not easy. What else? Could I throw you? No, I probably can't throw them any salary, unfortunately. So, I mean, I don't feel like this is asking for a ton. We're just getting the 8th pick. I mean, I hope no one gets mad at me for this, but this is why I kind of hate doing trades like this in 2K, because it's just very unrealistic for a team like the Kings that are giving up the best asset that they'd have to attach a first. So this isn't even asking for a ton. Should the Grizzlies be trading the 8th pick for Sabonis? Probably not. So whatever. I'll just roll with it. We get this pick protected next year. It's kind of annoying, but we get the 8th pick. So I'll do it. Number 1 and number 8. And our pick at least is live protected next year. 2028, though, that will be a different conversation. But hopefully we'll have some talent by then and it won't matter. So we got that done. And now we know what we're doing number 1 overall. So we got Peterson and we got DeBanza. I mean, I think Peterson, Boozer, DeBanza, all 3 super talented, but I am going to go Peterson. I don't think I've had him in a video yet. I don't even know if I've had DeBanza in a video in a 2K26 video yet, but Peterson is the pick here. DeBanza's going to Boston. Dame Star is going to Miami. I mean, I was about to say, imagine Boozer falls to be at pick 8, but that was never going to happen. Nate goes to Charlotte, Mikael Brown, and then Dash Daniels. I would have loved to have drafted him, but there's still some good options here. So Kareem Lopez, don't hate that. Chris, Caleb Wilson, Jaden. So this is the guy we're going to be getting for Sabonis. So I do think I might take Kareem Lopez here. I had Chris in yesterday's video, so I'm not going that. Caleb Wilson. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen like Nate Ament fall to me or Dash Daniels. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But I'm going to take Kareem Lopez here. Don't think I've had him in a video yet. So welcome to Sacramento, Kareem Lopez. And we got an early second. So I'll just take Petit here. And that feels like a very solid start to our offseason and this rebuild in general. So Peterson, Lopez, 80 and a 76 will play a ton in year 1, and then 2 really solid second round picks as well. So really like how this started. Levine is accepting his player option. I imagine it's going to be way too tough to move on from that, so we're just going to let him play on that contract. Qualifying offers, Keegan Murray. Now he is someone that I think the Kings should keep, but I will say he does not develop at all in 2K. Like, he is just a sitting duck at an 80 overall. So I don't plan on paying him too much money. Keon Ellis is a guy that a lot of teams would love to have. So I'm going to keep him here in Sacramento for now. And then Keegan Murray, his asking price is going to have to come down before I am willing to give him what he's asking for right now. But we got plenty of depth. Maybe Schroeder is someone we should also trade away. But I guess we could keep him. KCP is going to be depth for next year as well. Kuzma, Aldama, Lopez, and then we don't even have a center anymore, basically. So we should probably be looking to sign a center and Keegan Murray. So let's go sign a 5. We're not looking to be good next year. Our pick is protected. But Day'Ron Sharpe is always someone I don't hate. So I'm going to give him a 2-year deal because he could at least be a solid backup for the next couple of years, even if we, get a different center. So we'll do that. And we probably should add another one, of course. I guess we technically do have depth there already. It's just, neither's one of these guys may be ready to play, but they may have to be. We're looking to be bad next year anyway. So again, for Keegan Murray, I'm going to wait till day 12, and then we'll give him what he's asking for there. He's getting offer sheet. I'm going to match it. I don't want to see him walk for nothing, so we'll bring him back, and that will be our offseason. So I feel pretty good about that. We've traded away Blake Monk for a pick. We traded away Sabonis for the 8th overall pick, and getting Aldama isn't a bad throw-in either. And then Devin Carter is up. You got Keanu Ellis up. You got KCP down. Neat Clifford is up, and then Maxine is also up. So let's go ahead and move Keanu Ellis to the 2 guard, and we'll go with that, and that should give us more depth at the shooting guard spot. Actually, we might even move him to the 3 because we can move Levine there too. I mean, I don't really care how the season goes. We'll move Levine there. We should be a bad team. Didn't mean to do. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, let's go to next season, and let's see what this is about to look like. So Power Rank has us sitting at 25th overall, and here's what your rotation is looking like. So Peterson is listed at point guard right now. I guess I'll leave him there for now, but I wouldn't be afraid to move him in the future. So Peterson, Keon Ellis, Zach LaVine, Keegan Murray, Day'Ron Sharpe, Aldama, Schroeder, Devin Carter, Kuzma, and then I think DeRozan, which I didn't even notice, but I think he retired, which I'm totally okay with. I always struggle with trying to trade DeRozan away anyway. The only problem I have with this is we do need to get Lopez some minutes in his rookie season. So he will be playing, which is what I want to see. So that is what our rotation will look like. Obviously, Peterson is the guy that will be developing along with Lopez. And then Levine will be off the books. Kuzma will be off the books. Schroeder, I think, will be off the books. So we'll be in a good spot as far as having open flexibility and a bunch of different options. So I like that we've added our franchise player in Peterson, though. We should be a bad team again, and we'll be in business going to the lottery, and maybe we can add Stokes next year if we're bad enough. So at the end of year number 2, quite a shocker, which I'll show you in just a second. Jokic is your MVP. Peterson does win Rookie of the Year, so that's probably a big reason why we were actually somewhat competent this season, which you'll see in a second. 6th man goes to Cole Anthony. Amen is your defensive player. Zachary Shea most improved. Steph's your clutch player. Kids your coach of the year and executive year goes to Bell, and Mobley's your Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, as Peterson's already making an All-NBA team. So that's a great sign. I think we made the right pick, which is something Sacramento has struggled with in the past. But here is your All-NBA third team, all defensive first team, and all defensive second team. And of course, Peterson will be on here. Hopefully Lopez, no, guess not enough for him this season. But we end up as a play-in team in the West. I almost scrolled over to the East. But yeah, we went 42-40, which is a lot better than I anticipated early on. I thought we'd be a little bit worse than that, but for whatever reason, we're actually doing pretty good. We look at the stats outside of just Peterson. You had 18 from Zach LaVine. You had 10 from Day'Ron Sharpe. You had 10 from Kareem Lopez. 9 from Keegan Murray. 9 from Dennis Schroeder. 9 from Kuzma. And here were the rest of your stats. I mean, as far as team stats are concerned, I would have to imagine they're not very good. But offensive rating, we were, pretty down bad. We were 28th. Defensively, though, we might have been a good defensive team, it looks like. We were number 1 on defense. All right, that's interesting. We got the Los Angeles Lakers around 1 of the play-in who have Luka. They still have LeBron, who didn't call it. You got Vanderbilt and Rui at the 5 right now. So I was considering trading with the Lakers and giving them Sabonis, but I was like, I don't know if they'd really want him next to Luka Doncic, but looks like they could have used him. They have no 5 right now. Memphis is on the other side with Jaren Jackson, Sabonis in the front court, and Sabonis already regressed, so I think we moved off of him at the right time. But all right, let's see if we can come out here and win a playing game at home over the Lakers. Best defensive rating in the NBA, but it's looking like we're not going to. But I think that's fine. I think I'd rather be in the lottery anyway with it being protected, but it makes me feel better about trading that pick the way we did because it seems like we'll be a good team next year. We'll have cap flexibility. We'll have a lottery pick again. I mean, I think we're in a good spot. Kyrie Irving wins Finals MVP for the Mavericks. You got LeBron calling it this time around. Let's go see where our pick will end up. So we are projected a 12th pick via San Antonio, which is big. And then our pick is, number 14. So we got 2 lottery picks potentially to add to this draft. Now, this is a weaker draft class, I'm pretty sure. So not expecting much here. But you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Our pick jumped from 14 to 1. That's actually insane. Yeah, that seems like crazy luck. Because we were projected 14 I think we were projected 14th pick and it literally jumped up to number 1. That's insane. I literally foreshadowed saying, hey, let's add Tyrone Stokes, and we are absolutely about to do that. So the script writers are in their bag so far for this video, I will say. So we got Atkinson, we got Missoula. There's actually some very good coaching candidates. I mean, who wants to become coach? What we have with Peterson, we're about to add the #1 overall pick. Again, 2 back-to-back #1 overall picks. We can bring, Christie might have retired already. Jason Kidd, you want to come to Sacramento? Or we got Mark as well. I mean, who wants to come coach the Kings? None of them do. Damn, all right, that's tough. All right, let's see what else we got. Will Hardy, someone I can often get. Let's see if he chooses us. Okay, Will Hardy, I guess we'd be out. I think I gave him over 5 million that I can give him. Okay, what about 8.20? Christie is still here as well. I just bring him back. I mean, he gave us the bet. Well, Will Hardy's ratings are better, so we'll go Will Hardy. Will Hardy's gonna be the new coach for the Sacramento Kings to coach these young bucks that we have going. I cannot believe we have another #1 overall pick. So let's add none other than Tyrone Stokes to the team. Welcome to Sacramento out of Notre Dame. So I love that pick. And then at pick 13, Caleb Gaskins feels like a very solid pick, or at least he used to be. Although there is some other options. We got Jordan Smith Jr., who fell this far. He's 20 years old. There's Ariza. Or wait, we're at the late lottery. What am I? We're not that far down the board. But Anthony Thompson was someone I was kind of looking at too. He's a starter. But Jordan Smith Jr., I think, is who we'll take here. So welcome to Sacramento out of Kentucky, Jordan Smith, and then an early second here as well. We'll go, I know Cesar Nunez isn't real, so I won't fall for that anymore. Richie O'Brien, undrafted out of Tennessee Tech. He is older, so I'd prefer to go with someone younger here. We'll go the Arizona guy, and yeah, 79 overall Stokes. And then we got Jordan Smith Jr. with the late pick, and then a couple of second rounders. Jacob Furphy, maybe he's related to Johnny Furphy, I don't know. But we won't worry about signing him. Options, Carter will accept. Aldama will decline, and we will decline Schroeder as well. We'll accept these two down here, though. But Schroeder, I'm willing to let go. Aldama, I'm going to clear for cap flexibility. While he was a nice throw in the trade, I don't really feel the need to prioritize him because he doesn't regress or progress in anything. So that's what we'll do with him. And then no free agency as far as qualifying offers are concerned. So technically, I think we should have money to throw at Jokic. We're not going to do that, but we could do it, is what I'm saying. All right, so what do we got? We got Peterson at the point guard with Devin Carter right now. We got Keon Ellis, Clifford, Jordan Smith Jr. You got Stokes, who we just added, Murray, Kareem Lopez, and then Sharp and Maxine. So I do think I want to move on from Keegan Murray here, though. Although, like I said, he's solid depth, so we don't have to necessarily. I'll look into it potentially. I do think we need a new center. So Karl Anthony Towns is not what I'm looking for. Of course, if I could get Wembanyama, I would, but the Spurs will match that, so I'm not even going to waste my time. Is there any other center? There's Lively, but the Mavericks should match that, so not going to go for him either. There's Chloe Ware, Brendan Clark. There just isn't any good centers in free agency that feel realistic. So maybe the trade market is where we need to go for that, because I do think that is one position I'd love to address, because we got a core going. So let's add a 5 to this equation. So if we're going to be looking to make the playoffs next year, I do want to add some stability at the starting 5 spot. And I'm looking at Jarrett Allen here in Cleveland. We can give them Keegan Murray, who would be like a really good fit at their wing spot, which is why I kind of like this idea. So I'm going to start with that. And then maybe we can throw like, we're not going to throw him in here, but we can throw like Tajiri, Petit, and let's say we got we could throw that Pelicans pick that we got and get Jarrett Allen. I mean, would they do, yeah, let's say we do that Pelicans pick. Get Jarrett Allen. I mean, he's 29, so it doesn't exactly fit the timeline, but he'd be a very nice vet at that 5 spot. They don't agree to it. They want Dameron Sharp to give me Jalen Tyson. Yeah, I'm down for that. Jalen Tyson doesn't feel like a bad throw in this trade at all. We'll absolutely go ahead and do this. So, big trade with the Cavaliers. We get Jalen Tyson and Jarrett Allen, 2 guys that I think will be really nice rotational pieces for us. So, I love that trade. We get our new starting center. He's our best player right now, but I think that'll change in just a second. And then I think we kind of have definitely could add some depth here. So we'll probably be looking to add a power forward and another center. And then that might be all we do. So let's go see. We do have money still, but I'm not going to go too crazy here. Kind of like, ooh, Jarris Walker is kind of an interesting guy to throw some money at with how young we are right now. But I don't know. Center, let's say we did... Let's bring in like Jalen Smith on a minimum. I don't hate that. And we have so much money, but I'm not going to be spending much of it. We could bring Aldama back, which he's not even asking for much money. So yeah, let's bring Aldama back. And we'll just let a lot of this money roll over into next year. So we're not bringing Levine, Kuzma, any of them back. But I feel really great about this team going to next season. So We got Peterson up to an 85. Lopez is also up 5 overall. So both of them jumping up definitely gives me a lot of hope for the future. Aldama is down 1, but he's just a bench piece, so that's okay. But I think this team can make the playoffs, which is the goal, because we don't have a pick next year. So there's no incentive to tank, which is why Jarrett Allen, to me, felt like a great addition. But let's go look at this rotation going into season number 3. Power rank does have us 10th overall, which feels really good to be ranked that high. We're a super young team, and we're already in a great position. So Peterson is still our point guard at the moment. That might eventually change, but Keon Ellis at the 2. Stokes at the 3, Aldama at the 4, Jarrett Allen, Kareem Lopez, Devin Carter, Jalen Tyson, Smith, and then we can run a 10-man rotation as well just to get some other young bucks some minutes. So, all right, I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. There's no incentive for us, like I said, to tank, so this is hopefully going to be a team that can make the postseason, but we shall see. We were able to go 42-40, and with Peterson on our side, as long as he's playing basketball for us, I do think we should be a competent team. But right now, we're just hovering around 500, so we'll see what it looks like towards the end of the season. So Luka Doncic wins MVP. Stokes does win Rookie of the Year, so back-to-back of having Rookie of the Year winners. The Bands is your 6th man. Stokes did not take, it seems like, any threes at all. Is that just kind of his game? Like, I don't know much about Stokes, I'm not going to lie, but kind of a weird that a 3 doesn't take any threes at all, so I don't know. That's kind of odd. But Lopez wins Most Improved, so that's good. Luka Doncic, clutch player. Kids, your coach of the year, and executive goes to Austin Newsome. Jokic is in a Bulls jersey, winning Cup MVP. So we get Peterson again, making all NBA first team, and he's already starting to show a lot of promise here. My goal is to hopefully bring in another guard next to him in the offseason through free agency. That's the hope. I don't think there's anybody we have to pay just yet, so we should have cap space again, but we'll see. We end up as a play-in team. We are the 10th seed this time around, so not quite as good as last year, although pretty similar to last year. So we do come in with a few injuries, but most of them are just day-to-day. Keon Ellis, so I think we should have an outside chance of making some noise and maybe getting in, but we'll see. So Utah's our matchup, another fellow young team. This is Will Hardy's former squad, so I'd have to imagine that Will Hardy would feel good about winning this one if he can get it and eliminate his former team. Let's see if we're able to do that, and we are going to do, overtime, but we still win. Only by 1 point, though. 45 from Peterson, 20 from Stokes, Lopez was 17, and we get a second chance. Now, what is Sabonis looking like? Man, injuries are stacking up right now. But all right, what are we looking like against Memphis? So Sabonis is still there. Looks like JJ is hurt right now, I assume. Yeah, he is. So, and so is Jalen Wells. So this would be a nice advantage or nice opportunity to take advantage of the health of their team. Not that we're healthy either, but I feel like we're a little bit healthier. So let's see if we can't come out here and win on the road in Memphis, get into the playoffs, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So our pick will be entering the lottery, which scares me a little bit because we've had some crazy lottery luck in this video already. The Memphis honestly just won them a series that got them a pick, and they beat the Mavericks too, so maybe we shouldn't be ashamed. But the Suns go on to win it all. Booker is your finals MVP. So hopefully our pick doesn't jump up to number 1 again, or that would be kind of wild. So the Grizzlies are going to get that pick, which does suck, but it's only 13, so at least it doesn't jump up to number 1. Blazers just get 3 and 4, and then I'm pretty sure we don't have any picks to speak of, but that's fine. Staff signing, we'll keep Will Hardy. That's not going to go away. Let's go to draft night. I don't think we have any picks to speak of, nothing at all. So let's go to player options, and let's see what we got. So we're going to accept all of these, and then my biggest thing is, like I said, is I'm hoping to bring in a point guard this offseason, or a guard in general, to kind of complete this team. So we have Peterson, we have Keon Ellis, which I like, and we have, we have depth, and we have starters, I feel like, everywhere. But the one position, I feel like we need a guard next to Peterson, so who will that be? So immediately, I'm noticing Ja Morant. Do we have Ja Morant money? We do have Ja Morant money, so that's nice to think about, but that's not who I want to go after, although he'd be interesting. So maybe we settle on that. We'll see. We could get Ja Morant from the Grizzlies. He just came off season averaging 27, and yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. We might. Luka Doncic also would be interesting too, but I'm not sure I want to go that direction. Stephon Castle and McCain, both of them are restricted. Probably won't go with that. So Ja Morant is looking pretty appealing here right now. There's some other guys, but he's by far, other than Luka Doncic, which I just feel like Ja Morant's a little bit more realistic than Luka Doncic is, obviously, and I feel like Luka would be a little bit cheaper to do, but he should stay a Laker. like Ja Morant and Memphis, if things don't continue to go well there, those guys could part ways in the future. So I am thinking about giving Ja Morant a big contract here. We'll probably give him like a 3-year deal, just in case we have to pay people in the future. But him, Peterson, and everything else we have going on right now, I am going to give Ja Morant a 3-year contract and bring him in. Now, we do have to lose Carter and Tyson, which does suck, but I don't think there's any way around that. But Ja Morant would be a damn good addition in free agency. So Sacramento gives him the money he's looking for. Maybe some other teams would be scared to do so. So we have to make up, though, for losing some of the talent we just lost. So Peterson's going to slide to the 2 now, and he's going to go up at that regard. So now you have Morant and Peterson, which I love. And then Keon Ellis could be slid to any position. Probably slide him to the 3. We'll move him down there, and we'll have him play some backup 3 minutes, but, be a wing still for us. Okay, and then Clifford, I'm hoping to get something out of him this year. Smith might develop into something. So we do need a backup point guard and a backup center still. So let's go see backup 5s like Zubac, or Claxton or Aiden or Mitchell Robinson. Like, a lot of these guys could make us pretty damn good. So Zubac is obviously getting a ton of offers, a ton of interest in him. I do think the Lakers make a lot of sense for him. Claxton's only asking for a minimum. I do like Mitchell Robinson, though. So I'm going to go with Mitchell Robinson to be our new backup center. And then I would like to bring in a backup point guard, too, like Devin Carter. I wouldn't mind just bringing him back if we have enough, but I don't think we do. Robinson feels like a good addition. And we still do have enough to bring Carter in as well. Oh, just kidding. Go to Sacramento. Or Phoenix, I should say. So that sucks to have lost him. Yeah, that stings. I'm not going to lie. Schroeder, Ty Jerome. I guess we'll bring in like Cole Anthony on a minimum to be our backup point guard. We'll bring in another one just in case. We'll bring in like Tyus Jones as well. So that will be our offseason. So we bring in Ja Morant, which feels fantastic. So Peterson's up to a 91. Morant is only down 1 overall. Stokes is up to an 83. Kareem Lopez isn't moving, but Keon Ellis and Smith are, which is great. And, Clifford isn't moving, and neither is Maximum or Renowned, however you say his damn name, not moving at all. So, yeah, I was, excited for those two, but unfortunately, progression's not doing anything for them. But, man, where we are now compared to where we just were was pretty great. So, we'll see, though, if this team can make it happen. I do feel like we have enough already to win a championship, which feels kind of crazy to say, but we have Morant, Peterson, Stokes, and Jarrett Allen. Like, this should be a good team. Power rank does have a 2nd overall, and here is your proficiency. So only a 3.5 balance, unfortunately. We could be 7 seconds, but we'll leave it at balance because we did all right there. The Morant, Peterson, Stokes, Kareem Lopez, Jarrett Allen with Keon Ellis, Jordan Smith, Mitch Robinson, Cole Anthony, and then I guess we'll just go ahead and leave it as a 9-man rotation for the season. And I'm hoping Morant and Peterson absolutely ball out for us. And Stokes, what is his 3-point rating? Why does he not take any threes? Is it bad or something? It's a C+. What is his 3-point shot tendency? Must be low. That's just his 3-point shot. Where's there's tendency. I passed it. All right, shot tendency. Where's 3 shot tendency? It is, wow, it is extremely low. Does this man just not shoot threes? I guess I don't know enough about him, so I guess I won't change it. But all right, I'll see you guys at the end of year 4, I believe, and hopefully we find ourselves as a playoff team in the West. I don't want to see us in the play-in. I want to see us in the actual playoffs. So at the end of the season, Devin Booker wins MVP. Roster is your Rookie of the Year. Giddey is your 6-man. Nate's your Defensive Player. Ace Newell is your Most Improved. And Clutch Player goes to Paulo. Kid's your Coach of the Year. And Hobson is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second, we get Morant and Stokes on here. So Stokes making an All-NBA team was not something I expected. Did I pass Peterson, or is he just... No Peterson this time around. So Morant and Stokes instead of Peterson, which is interesting. But hey, we'll take it. So we have 3 guys capable of making an All-NBA team. To me, it feels like we're forming something special. Just saying. But we end up as a 6 seed in the West. So not quite the record I wanted to see this year, but we are in the playoffs, 43-39 on the season. Take a look at our player stats. You had, wow, a lot of injuries going in, but 24 points from Peterson, 23 from Ja Morant, 17 from Stokes, 15 from Lopez, who's out for 4 to 6 weeks, and Smith also out, which actually ended up playing 72 games. I was about to say, I thought I saw him hurt even more than that, but Robinson also out for the season, so that hurts us quite a bit. So we are going in a little bit injury prone, or plagued, I should say, but we get the Spurs in round 1, and here were your team stats as well. So we were like the best defense a couple years ago. Offensively, though, we're number 11. Defensively, it don't look like that's going to be the best, but should be middle of the pack, which at 17, so quite in the middle. What about the Spurs? Are they injured at all? Let's see. Maybe Wemby's out. That'd be fantastic, but no, he's healthy. And they're pretty much healthy. So other than Jeremy Sohan and Crow, they pretty much have their team. They got Harper, Cat. It's like the same Spurs team that we're all aware of, other than maybe John Collins is different. But all right, game 1 is going to go to San Antonio, 111 to 100. So they win that. And here's what our rotation is looking like in the playoffs right now. So running that rotation, Aldama is starting, Stokes, Peterson, Ja Morant. Game 2 does go to them as well, 125 to 92. That's not good. We are down 2-0 early on. And I don't know if I can really blame this on injuries because our best player is healthy. So I don't know. I mean, we do have some injuries, but we're down 2-0 and we're down 3-0. So this isn't a good sign. We do win game 4 though, so we're not dead yet, but see if we can maybe force another win here. So we're going to go on the road in San Antonio. Maybe we can win game 5 and force an interesting game 6, but it looks like the Spurs are going to close us out here in a gentleman's sweep. So 104 to 126. We made the playoffs, but didn't really amount to anything. The Spurs do make it to the finals, so they go win it all as well. So we lost to the team that went on to win the championship, so maybe we shouldn't feel too ashamed of ourselves, but definitely sucks to have not gotten further than that. I'd like to see us as a higher seed next year so we can avoid a team like the Spurs early on, but I don't think we have a pick this offseason either. Just kidding. We have the 20th pick. Staff signing. I'm going to still keep Will Hardy. We've made strides, and now I just want us to make the perfect stride going into next season, but I got to make sure we have the roster capable of doing that. So the 20th pick, let's go see what we can get with that. So at pick number 20, we'll take Noah Washington. Why not? Welcome to the team out of Indiana. He is going to be a 75 overall, so somebody who could play right away. Player options, will accept every single one of these, of course, and then qualifying offers, Clifford, which neither one of these guys has developed in anything, but both of them as depth is completely fine. And Aldama, well, we'll see what else we decide to do. But we do have money to sign a decent player, so we're looking for point guards again and a power forward, which is where we're at. A point guard, Traore is probably a little bit too priced for us. Jaden Hardy or IQ or like Jamal Murray or Sergio or Walter Clayton, who's unrestricted here. Give me some Walter Clayton action. We have more cap room than I would have ever thought, but we do know we got some money to spend next year on some of our free agents, such as, Peterson and then Kareem Lopez. But I am going to go ahead and bring Baldwin in, and actually let's sign Walter Clayton first. So that's going to be done. I would like to not renounce Clifford, though. I'd like to keep them. So we can renounce the other two, but Clifford and, yeah, I want to keep those two if I can. But Clayton is secured, which is nice. And then we have Thomas Haggs, which I don't know. Okay, so he just averaged 21 points per game, and now he's a free agent. Asking for $5 million. That's kind of weird. Okay, well, the Spurs are trying to get him, so let me see if I can outbid the Spurs. And we might outbid them. We don't have to renounce these guys. So, yeah, give me Tom. I don't even know who he is, but welcome to the team. It feels like good depth to have. And then I'd like to see these guys just come back with their qualifying offer for extra depth. And we should be ready to roll. So let's see if we get these two secured. And guys, rotation going into next season. Actually, let's look at progression first because that's always fun to see. Let's get these two done. And that should be done. Boom, both back. Okay. So Peterson's up to a 94. Lopez is up to an 83. Jarrett Allen is down 3 overall, which does hurt us a little bit. Keon Ellis, and then nothing else is too crazy really to look at. Jarrett Allen regressing does really hurt us, but he's not the strong suit in this team, so I think we're still fine with him. But let's go look at this rotation going into this next season. Power rank is pretty high on us. We're 2nd overall, and here is proficiency. So our 3.5 balance system with Ja Morant, Peterson, Stokes, Lopez, and Jarrett Allen, which was my starting 5 that I wanted to roll with. And then you have off the bench, you got Jordan Smith, Thomas, who we just brought in. Don't even know where he came from. He is from Florida. He was the 18th overall pick back in 2026. And for whatever reason, Detroit just said, hey, we don't want you anymore, even though you've been productive. So I'll take him. Keon Ellis, Mitch Robinson, and Walter Clayton for depth if needed, if guys get hurt. So this feels like a team that should be a contender. We're 3.5 balance proficiency still. Sucks we're not 4-star, but it is what it is on that front. Let's go ahead, simulate this season. Hopefully we end up being a top seed in the West this year. So far off to a fantastic start. I'll see you guys at the end of this season. So Jokic is going to win himself MVP in a Bulls jersey. Tony is your Rookie of the Year. Debanza is your sixth man. Malowatch is your depoy. Liam is your most improved. Edwards is your clutch player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year. And Mike L. Longley, Executive of the Year, as we went 61 and 21. Here's your All-NBA first team. Zion is out for the Pacers. Okay. Here's your All-NBA second team. Not saying any Kings yet. Ja Morant, bruised left knee, is out 1 to 2 weeks, which does hurt us, but it could be worse. All defensive first team and all defensive second team, so nothing for us here. Don't think Peterson has made a team since the first 2 seasons, which is a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're the first seed in the West, as you guys kind of saw, and here are your... So outside of Ja Morant, though, and wow, both our point guards are hurt. So Clayton is 2 to 4 weeks, and Ja Morant is 1 to 2 weeks. So 26, 9, and 10 from Peterson, though. 18 from Thomas, so that felt like a damn good signing in free agency. I have no idea why he was there, but had to take advantage. 17 from Stokes, 15 from Lopez, 11.5 from Jordan Smith, and 10 and 8 from Jarrett Allen. All right. In round 1, we get to play the Houston Rockets. Reed Shepard, Whitehead, Nathan, Jabari, who is either hurt or something. Do they not even have Şengün? They have Ahmed Thompson and Şengün both out. If we find a way to lose this series, I will be pissed. So 2 to 4 weeks, neither one of them are playing this series, and Jabari's playing the 5 for them, who is hurt. We should absolutely dominate this series. Reed Shepard is their best player going in. So here we go. Game 1 does go to us, 127-105. We should... Oh, Ja Morant's back already. What? He's playing through it? I guess it's not enough. He's already back. W. So we get him back already. Clayton, though, is the only one that's injured right now, so we're pretty healthy right now. Game 2, we should sweep this Rockets team. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't beat them pretty easily. 3-0, and yeah, we're living good, because that was a very, very injury-plagued Rockets team that we just played. So, now we're on to the second round pretty easily. Hopefully, we got out healthy. We got Phoenix and Utah battling it out. And the Suns did just win a championship, so I'm not sleeping on them by any means. Booker, AJ Johnson, Randall, Malowatch, Missy. I mean, do they have any injuries to worry about? Levine, although I think that might be his overhaul now. Not sure. But Vassell also down there as well. I mean, I think we're fully healthy now, other than maybe Clayton still hurt. No. Yeah, he's still hurt. So he'll be back soon, though, and we'll have him, and we'll be fully healthy going in. So hopefully we can beat the Phoenix Suns. So game 1 is going to go to us 132-130, 29-7-9, 25 from Lopez. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. 50 from Peterson, feeling good. Game 3, they do win. And game 4, we win. So 114-107. We might be seeing the Spurs in the next round, which would be Peterson and Ja Morant a little tired. But other than that, we're fully healthy now, so that's good. Now let's just finish this Suns team off. And, whoops, I'm on the wrong series. Let's try this. Okay, we beat them in 5. So hopefully this goes to 7, and we can rest up a little bit. It's not. It's going to be the Spurs. Brooklyn, Atlanta, Philadelphia. It's going to be Brooklyn and Atlanta on the other side. So the Spurs have Castle. They have Harper. They got Bryant. Jonathan Kuminga now is over there. Fox is injured right now for them, so that does help us a little bit. Ja Allen, he's only day-to-day, so he should be fine, which is good because we definitely need some size. Wembanyama is no joke, so he is healthy for them right now. Trey Murphy is out for the season, I guess, and Fox is also out for the season with a torn right ACL. So they're a little bit hurt. We're healthier than them. Hopefully we take advantage. Jarrett Allen is still playing through his injury. Here we go. Game 1 goes to us 126-119, 46-7, 25-5-7. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Game 3 is going to go to the Spurs. Game 4 is going to go to us. So we are up, and we can hopefully finish them off here in 5, and we are in the finals. Okay, now Brooklyn and Atlanta is going to be our finals matchup. It's going to be the Brooklyn Nets. Scoot is for the Nets, Conference Finals MVP, and Peterson, Western Conference Finals MVP. We've made it this far, and Peterson has a bruised left hip, but I'm assuming he's playing through that. Man, we did collect some injuries in that previous series, though, so that kind of hurts us. What about the Nets? What we got over there? So Boozer is out with a broken... Well, he might be playing through that, though. And they do have some injuries on their side as well, so I guess both teams do have their own injury things, but I assume Peterson's playing through that injury. It's just a bruised left hip, so he is a little bit down, but yeah, our depth takes a little bit of a hit, but thankfully we brought in some good free agents, so hopefully it's able to carry us over. Brooklyn, let's see how this goes. Game 1 is going to go to us 102-81, 26-10-6 despite the bruised left hip. 17 from Mullins on their side. Braylon Mullins. Game 2 goes to the Nets. Okay, let's simcast game 3. The Peterson is hurt. Consider adjusting your rotation. No thanks. He's got to play. I'm sorry. We've gotten this far. Let's win game 3, though, and be in a good spot. It's looking good at the moment. And we will win game 3 despite them cutting it somewhat close there. And now we're going to a game 4 up 2-1. Again, the injuries are stacked up down at the bottom here. Peterson still playing through his. But all right, on the road in Brooklyn, we were able to win the first road game. Can we win the second one as well? It's looking good at the moment. Can we hang on here? And we go to overtime, and we will beat them 128-126. So we could maybe beat them in 5. No, going to a game 6. Okay, so we have to go on the road again. Lopez is back playing, so at least we have that. So we're getting healthier. Now for this game 6 on the road. We were able to win both the road games previously. So can we win the other one as well? Let's see. We take the lead here late. Can we take it and hang on to it? Game 7 is indeed happening. So this is going to be very, very scary. So do we go 8-man rotation for this finals? I think game 7 we got to go 8-man rotation. Let's play our 8 best players. We got this far. We're a little banged up, but there's no excuses now. Gotta win. We're at home in Sacramento. These Kings fans need a championship. Let's make it happen. So we start off in the first quarter with the lead. Second quarter is going to be with the lead with us, but they may cut it and get close here. We have a lead here in the fourth. I think if we hang on, we got it done, and it looks like we will win this series. So we'll be bringing a championship to the Sacramento Kings, 98-113. Despite some of the injuries that were scaring us a little bit, we got it done, and we win a championship, and Peterson wins Finals MVP. What a beautiful way to end this one off, and that is where we're going to end it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. We dug the Sacramento Kings out of their, I guess, being lost. That's probably what I'm going to title this video, Rebuilding the Kings out of being lost or something like that. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy it. These realistic rebuilds with injuries on have been so much fun. I'm not going to lie. I should have done this a long time ago. Some of you guys were asking me to put injuries on, and I was always like, maybe eventually. I was always procrastinating it, but it's a whole new dynamic. It hurts when your players get injured, don't get me wrong, but when you're facing a team that has injuries, it just kind of changes everything. So, been fun. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.